game versus Fnatic. Yeah, maybe tell us about the end to begin with, because it was overwhelming.
Did I scream on that game?
A little bit.
I didn't know that. Well, actually, like we had really bad weeks last weeks, mainly because we didn't train. Like we didn't have time to train. We were like just traveling to Sao Paulo. I am Sao Paulo. We didn't have a gaming house. We didn't have any place to train. We're like coming to the studio to play like 4 hours per day. That's not optimal. Like we're used to play like 10 hours per day, and when you play only 4 hours, obviously your mechanics and your team play is gonna be like lower and lower. So we knew that this first week is gonna be like so painful for us. I had exams the 2 first weeks. Then the third week we went to Sao Paulo. So many travel, so many like jet lag and stuff. And we knew that we're gonna like struggle a bit in the first weeks. But still, we were like, we know that we are a strong team. Like everyone, like every team you ask them, they know like individually they're very strong. I don't know what's happening with them. They're struggling in the end of the game, but like they're a strong team. And we know that as well. It's not like we are feeling like really bad and we're gonna be last place or something. No. We know we are really strong, and we just know like we have to train. And this last week, we finally got a gaming house. We finally start training. And we saw it in 2 games. Like even when we lost against Gambit, the game was really smooth. Like last weeks, when we were losing games, it was mainly because someone misplayed. Like mainly like me and Kerb, we were doing like so many bad stuff, like so many mistakes. And I realized, like I was saying, this game is my fault. Like we lost it, and it's completely my fault. But now I'm proving myself, I'm proving like everyone that I can be a good jungler, and I don't do that kind of mistakes. And these 2 games we played really good, especially like the game against Fnatic. Against Gambit we lost for Drake controls, and that was exactly the plan for this game. Like we had the paper of our like manager, and the paper was like Drake, Drake, Drake. Saying anything as well. Like, and ban Cassidy and Pekka, nothing else as well.
Trevor, do you want to ask a question?
I think the interview's over. You basically So let's stop for a second. Talk a bit more specifically about this game, because you've given us a good insight into how you fixed some of the problems that you had. In this particular matchup, you didn't have the strongest early game, which you did against Gambit, but your team fights were really good. Your calling seemed to be precise. What actually made the difference in terms of the communication and the targeting? Because you in particular was throwing yourself in those fights so many times.
Yeah, I was trying all the time to make Reckless unable to do anything in a team fight. As much as Reckless can only attack me, that I have Randuins, and he's gonna do like nothing to me, my team is gonna kill them. Because I know like Fizz is gonna do destroy Gragas, and we have a Trundle to ultimate Renekton, so Renekton is gonna have like 0 armor, 0 MR. So we can build like easily like Renekton and Gragas in that team fight. That was actually like our objectives.
Let's actually take a look at one of those teams fights to illustrate that.
Yeah, so we're going to go very early on. It's about 17 minutes on the clock. Let's pull the replay up on your screen. And it's when you were challenging for a dragon. Yep. So we're going to start this replay right now, and you'll see that Fnatic are being pushed a little bit away, and you're dancing back and forth. Talk me through this team fight.
Well, this team fight, mainly what we wanted to do was Kerb was shouting, I'm going to Reckless, I'm going to Reckless, I'm going to Reckless. And what we want to say is like, we followed the manager call. He was like saying, go for Drakes. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get Drake. I kick out Elise to get the Drake control. I tried to seal like Trundle to get Renekton. We got Renekton. Kerb died, but everyone focused on Kerb. We had like Elise, we have Gragas, we have Caitlyn focusing on Kerb. And the other side, I'm getting the Drake. That's actually the objective. We don't want kills anymore. Like against Gambit, we saw the score. We were winning in kills. But they won on towers, they won on Drakes, so that was actually like our objectives. Just get Drakes, get objectives, and win the game like that.
Well, it definitely worked out for you. I mean, in the end of the fight here, you see once again just trading back and forth. Up until about 25 or 30 minutes in the game, for every kill that you guys scored, Fnatic got one in reply. It was a very even footing game. So at what point did you win the game? What was the deciding factor?
I believe there was a team fight that Trundle was just immortal. Trundle was just hitting like everyone. He had like so many like seal from me, seal fall threats and stuff. And we got like Trundle and Lucian making 3 damage. And I believe in that team fight, Gragas was one shot by Fizz. So that team fight was really good team fight for us. We went directly for Nasa. And after that, we were just pushing, getting objectives. And then in the bottom team fight, the last team fight, I believe that Kerb did a perfect team fight. A perfect team fight. It was an F with F.
Yeah. Perfect team fight. We weren't saying anything. Tell me a little bit about, Trevor touched on, or you touched it on already, the gaming house and the new manager, how that's all coming together for you guys.
I really need to thank my new manager. It's called Dreams. It's a French guy that is helping us a lot, especially me. Like the last weeks, I was having a lot of stress, like a lot of pressure from like the spectators, a lot of pressure from my team, a lot of pressure. They didn't even tell me, but I felt like the team was like realizing that I was playing bad. And somehow I was like so stressful, I was like somehow dismotivated. And that's why we brought a manager that can motivate me. And he motivated me so much. And I have to really thankful Dreams from here, because he's doing a great job for me, especially, and from the team.
Well, this week it's definitely showing. Millennium has stepped up. I want to ask about your opinion on Fnatic now. As Millennium, they're 4 wins, 8 losses. You're sitting at the bottom of the table. Fnatic have now lost 5 games in a row. In your opinion, what's going on?
I don't know. I just feel like last week's, I'm a big fan of SOAS. I feel like SOAS play another kind of game that no one is playing in Europe. And I feel like he's really good. And he was playing AP tops. And when he played our scrims AP tops, he was playing really good. But then I feel like he's pressured by the public, by the spectators to playing like tank and stuff. And he should do whatever he wants. Like, he should play whatever he likes to play. And I believe that they will become in the top. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we said that in a past interview that the start means nothing. It's all about the end, it's about the playoffs, and it's about probably all about the summer split, the playoffs, and going to Worlds.
All right, and it's also all about Roccat recently, and they're going up against the Copenhagen Wolves in the next game. What are your predictions, guys? Trevor?
Seeing the way Copenhagen Wolves are playing and the way Roccat are playing, you have to favor Roccat. I think in pretty much every area, I feel they are stronger at this point in time, so I'm putting it on them.
Alvad?
For me, it all depends. I mean, I feel like Roccat is stronger, but if Amazing from Copenhagen Wolves can pull a good early game against Jankos, they can actually beat them. But it's all about, for me, it's all about Amazing outplaying Jankos, probably.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Congratulations. Great stuff.
I have to say that since today is Valentine's Day, I would like you to give you a rose.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. And let's go back over to Demon and Fisho for our next game.
Well, if it's not one Spaniard, it's another, isn't it? For shocks. Thank you very much.